So I would like to invite up Christopher Sundermeier, who's our Chief Privacy Officer for Reputation.com. How many have you heard of Reputation.com?
Thank you. Thank you very much for this award. I'm also the general counsel, so I'm generally the guy that the innovators come to and say, can we really innovate this way? If you were putting a picture up here, it would probably be the dinosaur that was shown in the previous slides. I'm the guy who tries to make sure that we can actually innovate in the ways we want to. But we have great minds and great talents at our company, led primarily by Michael Furtick, who founded the company, who is a real innovator. He founded the company back in 2006 when the internet was emerging and decided, listen, there are ways in which the internet portrays people unfairly, where the internet has a louder voice than what anyone has had before. There is a principle in this country called freedom of speech. It's held near and dear to all of us, but there's always been restraints on the notion of free speech in the fact of, for example, you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. So the internet in some ways has elevated speech to that level where people can create speech and it can have a damaging impact on people. So there's got to be some way in which people can manage the speech on the internet so that they can begin to control their own reputations. And that was the vision that Michael had early on, not to control speech, but to give people an alternative when the speech is too loud or when the speech is unfair or when people feel that they're not being portrayed fairly on the internet and can protect themselves from what is an incredible power of the internet. So Reputation.com was founded in 2006. We deal primarily in your online reputation, which ranges from people's interest in their privacy, meaning that they want to control the information or remove information from the internet. So we have a whole line of privacy products, all the way to enterprise products, which really focus on helping large enterprises manage their entire online reputation, from social media to online reviews to articles, etc. We have about over 1 million customers in 100 countries. 3,000 of those are enterprise customers. We have about 190 employees here in the United States. We have employees abroad as well. We have offices in the UK. Most of these employees are here in Redwood City, in San Mateo County, which I think is fabulous. I've been living here for a long time. We have backed by some of the top venture firms. So a lot of you have probably heard our ads on NPR and various radio advertisements. And most of the people tend to think of us as the company that helps you with a problem on the internet. So what we do really is a multiplicity of things. We have products which range from helping people control their privacy online, pulling information off. As we all know, our data is collected everywhere, and our data is sold everywhere, and our data is then reused everywhere. We have tools which help people retrieve some of that information from the internet. We also then help people manage what people say about you on Facebook, Twitter, other social media. We help you control that as a business or as an individual. We help, and this is the product most people are familiar with, we help you control your first few pages of your Google results. So if people have problems, if there's something they believe is unfair or accurately portrays them, we help them deal with those problems. If you don't have a reputation on the internet, these days you cannot not have a reputation on the internet. We help you create a reputation on the internet. This is how you can reach us. If we could ever be of service to any of you, please let us know. Anybody have any questions?
Oh, we have a question. It's the mayor of Woodside, Dave Burrow.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you have any cities or other public organizations use your service?
Well, a couple of things. One, most of our clients are very confidential, because if someone does have an issue, they generally don't want to reveal who they're using for that. So we tend to keep our customers very confidential. But we do have large organizations. I don't know that we have any. We have some small municipalities that use our services, both for helping manage their social media, helping manage their online reviews and articles, et cetera. So there are different types of services we have, but we do have some small municipalities that use our services, and also large enterprise organizations from a variety of verticals.
Do you have political candidates that use your service?
That's another question I won't answer.
We have another question.
How do you make decisions about what you can retrieve and are willing to retrieve and are ethically able to retrieve compared to what your clients might want them to retrieve?
That's a very good question. And there are a lot of tensions around that issue. So the question is, how do we make decisions about what we do retrieve or what we do help clients with? So there's a wide range of issues there. One is a lot of our clients are coming to us that are just, might be a large automotive company, and they just want to manage their review presence. There are some people who come to us with problems. And so we do have to do a delicate balance. There is a right to free speech. There is something, people are entitled to know information about certain people. So we have a fairly well thought out, strict policy about sort of who we will help and when and who we won't help. We don't want to ever our services to be misused. We don't want someone who is engaged in some misconduct to in some way be able to use our services to perpetuate some sort of further misconduct. So we go through a careful process. We have an internal policy, and I'm happy to talk more about that. But we do evaluate every customer to make sure that they are somebody who we feel good about helping, and that we aren't used in any way to, do misdeeds or to conceal something which the public should be aware of. On the other hand, there are a lot of people who get savaged on the internet. There are a lot of people who, a restaurant or a business, an employee who leaves, or one dissatisfied customer. Again, this is like the notion of yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. You can do a lot of damage by making one loud comment. And someone who has appropriately dealt with a particular issue, whether it's a business issue or gets a bad review, that can have an enormous impact on their business. And so we try to help people with those sorts of situations. Anything else? Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you.